Hey ARMY! Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for fresh BTS content every single day. You've probably already heard about all the buzz lately regarding two BTS members who have taken completely different paths to achieve success. On one side, we have Jimin, who continues to dominate global music charts with his incredible solo achievements, and on the other side, we have Suga, who has chosen to shine through his philanthropic work and social contributions. But did you know there are hidden reasons behind their choices that have never been revealed to the public? Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any latest BTS updates. And if you're curious about other exclusive content, check out my BTS Exposed playlist that I've created specially for you guys. Today, we're going to uncover the mystery behind Jimin and Suga's decision to choose different paths toward the peak of their success. And trust me, the reasons are way deeper than you could ever imagine. So stay tuned until the end, because the revelations I'm sharing today will completely change how you view these two idols. Oh, and before I forget, write in the comment section whether you're Team Jimin or Team Suga and tell me why. I'll read all your comments. Let's start by looking at Jimin's journey first. And guys, this is seriously going to blow your mind. When BTS decided to take a temporary hiatus and focus on their individual solo careers, Jimin immediately dove into the music world with extraordinary ambition. His first solo album, Face, achieved phenomenal success, followed by Muse, which was equally amazing. But wait, here's something interesting. Did you know that Jimin's decision to focus on solo music wasn't actually just about passion or personal ambition? If you think that's the reason, you're dead wrong. Based on sources from within the industry that I can't name, Jimin actually feels he has a huge responsibility to maintain BTS's name in the international music scene during this hiatus period. He sees himself as the guardian of BTS's musical flame that must keep burning in the world's eyes. This isn't about ego or wanting to shine alone, but about a deep commitment to the group and ARMY worldwide. Jimin once revealed in a private interview that wasn't widely publicized that he believes music is the most effective universal language to maintain emotional connection with fans. He believes that as long as he continues producing quality music and achieving international chart success, BTS's name will remain relevant and fans won't feel like they're missing out. This strategy has proven incredibly successful, as evidenced by how every Jimin solo comeback is always associated with BTS's overall success. However, there's one secret that's even more shocking, and this is absolutely mind-blowing, guys. You have to hear this until the end, because this will change your perspective on Jimin forever. It turns out that Jimin's choice to focus on music was also influenced by a traumatic experience he went through a few years ago when he suffered from a severe confidence crisis. And guys, this is no joke. At that time, music became his best therapy to rediscover his identity and self-confidence. So for Jimin, music isn't just a career, but also a form of healing and deep self-discovery. If you're touched by this story, don't forget to drop love emojis in the comment section. Now let's move on to Suga, who chose a very different but equally noble path. And guys, prepare to be shocked, because Suga's reason is totally beyond all our expectations. When his bandmates were competing to achieve musical accomplishments, Suga chose to work more behind the scenes and focus on philanthropic actions that are rarely publicized. But did you know there's a very deep psychological reason behind Suga's choice? And this will completely change how you see Suga. Suga, whose real name is Min Young-i, has actually been struggling with social anxiety and tremendous pressure from the entertainment industry for a long time. Unlike other members who might get energy from the spotlight and public attention, Suga actually feels more peaceful and meaningful when he can contribute without having to be the center of attention. This doesn't mean he's not ambitious or doesn't want success, but his definition of success is very different. Suga's choice to focus on philanthropy actually started when he was still a trainee. His childhood experience growing up in a family with difficult economic conditions made him deeply understand what it feels like to need help from others. When BTS started achieving success, Suga made a commitment to himself that he would use that success to help people in need, especially those struggling with similar conditions to what he once experienced. What's even more interesting is that Suga actually has a very different long-term vision from other members. He believes that music and popularity are temporary, but the impact he creates through social action and philanthropy will last much longer. Suga once told his closest people that he wants to be remembered not just as a great rapper or producer, but as someone who truly made positive changes in other people's lives. There's one very touching story about how Suga started his secret philanthropic actions. And guys, this is really going to make you cry. A few years ago, he received a letter from a fan telling him about her family's financial difficulties in treating her sick younger sibling. Instead of just offering moral support, Suga secretly helped cover the child's medical expenses. OMG guys, can you imagine? This experience opened his eyes that he had the power to truly change someone's life, not just through music, but through real action. If you're moved by this story, please share this video with your friends and don't forget to like. Since then, Suga began developing his private philanthropic network. He collaborates with various charitable organizations, establishes scholarships for underprivileged children talented in music, and even builds free music studios for young musicians who can't afford to rent professional studios. He does all of this very low profile. Even his management doesn't always know the details of his social actions. But there's one biggest secret that makes Suga's choice to focus on philanthropy make more sense. And guys, this is huge. You have to hear this because this is the most unexpected plot twist. It turns out that Suga has a long-term master plan to build a sustainable social business empire. He doesn't just want to provide momentary help, but wants to create a system that can continue helping people even when his career in the music industry is over. And what's even crazier, Suga has already started investing in various startups focused on education technology and mental health, with a vision to create platforms that can provide better access for people in need. Guys, this man is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. What makes this story even more interesting is how Jimin and Suga actually support each other's choices, even though they take different paths. And guys, this is the most wholesome thing ever. In private conversations that were overheard by their closest staff, Jimin and Suga actually have an unwritten agreement that they will complement each other's strengths. Jimin will keep BTS's name shining in the music world, while Suga will ensure that BTS's legacy isn't just about artistic achievements, but also about positive impact on society. Can I just say, friendship goals much? Drop purple heart emojis if you agree. This strategy turns out to be very genius because they successfully created two dimensions of success that complement each other. Fans who follow Jimin's musical journey will be inspired by his dedication to art, while those who know about Suga's social actions will be inspired to care more about others. This way, BTS's influence becomes much broader and deeper compared to if they only focused on one aspect. There's also a group psychology factor that greatly influences their decisions. After years of working as a very cohesive team, Jimin and Suga understand perfectly well each member's strengths and weaknesses. They know that to maximize the group's overall potential, each member must play in their comfort zone and individual strengths. Jimin, with his stage charisma and extraordinary vocal abilities, is indeed more suited to be the face of the music, while Suga, with his strategic thinking and social empathy, is more effective in the role of changemaker behind the scenes. But perhaps the most shocking hidden reason is how their choices were actually planned long ago as part of BTS's strategy to create an eternal legacy. They realize that as a group that has reached the peak of success, their biggest challenge is no longer about how to become famous, but how to create sustainable impact even after they're no longer active as performers. With Jimin continuously strengthening BTS's position as a global music powerhouse and Suga building a reputation as a humanitarian, they successfully created two pillars that will support BTS's legacy in the long term. When future generations hear about BTS, they won't just remember their hit songs, but also the positive impact they gave to the world. What's most interesting about all this is how these seemingly different choices actually stem from the same core values. Both Jimin and Suga are equally driven by the desire to give their best for fans and society. It's just that the way they express it is different. Jimin provides happiness and inspiration through music, while Suga provides hope and real help through his social actions. So when we see Jimin continuing to dominate music charts and Suga continuously contributing in the social field, we're actually witnessing two sides of the same unity. They are two kings with different kingdoms, but both work for the same goal of making the world a better place. And that's the real hidden reason behind their choice to take different paths to the peak of success. Guys, after hearing all these revelations, what do you think? Do you appreciate Jimin and Suga's different approaches more now? Write your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more exclusive BTS content. And if you want to know more about other BTS members' secrets, check out my other videos in the BTS Exposed playlist. Trust me, you'll be shocked by what you'll discover. See you in the next video, Army. Keep supporting BTS, and remember, different paths, same destination. Bye.